my raspy voice. Um, anyway, so today I would like to talk about uh, different activities you can do with your children, like learning activities, and just fun activities too, that you may do already, or maybe you don't do yet. So definitely some suggestions of what I think or what works for me with my kids, and also definitely comment your activities that you do because I would love to hear your ideas and just what you already have done. But anyway, also don't forget to like our page. Brittany Ramsden has created. It's called Mommies and Daddies Around the World on Facebook. Please look us up. I will post a link as always. And like us on Facebook. I'm an admin for the page, and we are always out to give advice. We learn about different topics on parenting, and also we just love to play games, and we have the adult time after 9. So definitely please like our page on Facebook. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe to this video or page as well, Parenting 101. Anyway, back to the topic. What I enjoy with my daughter is when we are getting ready for the day, we will talk about, start saying words in Spanish, sorry. Like really out of it, it's really late. So I'll say words in Spanish and she'll tell me what they mean. So, for example, I'll say gato and she'll tell me it's cat. And I'll say perro and she'll say dog. And then I'll say vovô, she'll say grandpa, because that's how we say grandpa in Portuguese. My dad is Portuguese, so, and he speaks Portuguese. So we had to teach her that. And then I'll say te amo, and she knows it means I love you. And then it just goes on from there. So she's learning a lot of words. Her vocabulary is very broad in English language, and Spanish it's getting broad as well. She knows her alphabet, and so I'll randomly start singing her alphabet, and then I'll randomly start saying what sound does a letter make. And she knows what all the letters sounds are. She knows what the letters look like, and all that. So she's really ahead for a 3-year-old. She's very far in advance. She also knows how to count to 20, and just, it's so overwhelming how smart she is. But I like to encourage parents to definitely work with your kids. They're so intelligent, and they're little sponges, and they absorb everything. So if you start now, you are programming your children to just absorb these learning, So when they get to 1st grade and they get into school, they want to learn. They have this hunger for it because they're so, they know it. It's something they're used to. Sorry, I can't even think of the word I was thinking. They're accustomed to it. So definitely work with your kids on that. It's the best thing you can do for them, to be honest. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and not every parent has time for it. I understand that. But when you do have a little time, take that time to definitely, even in a car ride, you can do it. Just talk about your alphabet, talk about animal sounds, anything. Kids really love that. They love your attention, they love your time, and just little things like that they enjoy. My youngest daughter, I work with her like in bath time, tell her I'm washing her hair, washing her face, and tell her what I'm doing and when I change her diaper and all that. So she's learning that way. She's very smart. She's not very talkative yet, but she knows where things are and what things are. So if I tell her to go get a diaper, she knows and she'll grab it and bring it to me. She's only 14 months old, so I'm not really pushing her into she needs to do this, she needs to do that. She says more. She says mama. She shakes her head yes and no. She knows how to say yes and no, but she prefers to just go, because she thinks it's cute and it's funny. She loves to dance a lot. They both do. And they love to sing. And I find that my youngest learns a lot when it has to do with activity. That whole cup song, my oldest loves to try to do it. And so now my youngest will turn cups upside down and also start hitting the top of them. So she's definitely active in the form of learning in those ways. She's really a good little girl. I love her to pieces, and there's really nothing I can even say to describe how amazing my kids are. And I'm sure every parent feels that way. I know all you do. And it's just hard not to feel that way about your children because they are all amazing in their own ways. Every child is. There's no child that's stupid. There's no child that's slow. Don't let anyone tell me or tell you that your kid isn't, where they should be. I changed doctors recently because the doctor was upset that my 3-year-old wasn't potty trained yet and told me I needed to start bribing her. Every parent is going to do it differently. I don't personally like to bribe my child, but I'm not against it. I just don't want to do it. Not because it doesn't work for some children, but because my daughter, all I have to do is praise her by talking to her and rewarding her with, "That was awesome, Chloe, good job," and we clap our hands. That is rewarding to her. That is what she wants. And so giving her candy or a sticker, it just is giving her an incentive to do something that she doesn't really need, because other things have worked. Now, it may be different with my younger one. So I switched doctors anyway because I just didn't like that. My oldest, she knew how to use the potty. I mean, now she uses the potty, but she knew how, she just didn't want to. And she made that very clear that she did not want to. And so I didn't want to push her and make her scared of it. So I wanted to do it when she was good and ready. And so she decided she was ready for her big girl underpants again. So we started wearing them, and she had one accident yesterday, and it's been probably almost a month now. She doesn't sleep in her underpants at night for obvious reasons, but she has them all day on. So I wouldn't, every parent is different, so definitely do what works for you. Also, I would say that another good thing to working with your kids on is definitely just being there for them. A lot of parents, they get wrapped up in their day, they get busy, and they forget the little things that children enjoy. And I do it every day. Every day I get caught up in something. And I always think that there's something I need to do, like cleaning and whatnot. So lately I've been waiting until they're in bed to even clean up their toys because I don't want to miss a moment with them. I don't want to miss out on a moment where I could be teaching them something and working with them. So I'm really trying really hard lately to just make sure that 100% of my time that I have with them is 100% of my time. I just don't want to waste a moment. I love them too much to even think back and want to say that I could have done something better. Could I have? Yeah, we all can. But I just don't want any regrets. So I guess, dancing with your children, finding out how they learn easier. My daughter has learned to spell. She spells spell, stop, cat, dog, and she's working on her name. She's just adorable. Like I said, I just can't even put into words how amazed I am with my kids. But also, I would also suggest going for walks with your children and explaining to them about the trees and the animals they see. If it's cold now, yeah, it's kind of hard to take your kids outside. But definitely try. I mean, yeah, it gets cold, but you can bundle them up and get them warm. And our kids just love being around us. They love learning from us. And so everything we do with them, they cherish. They really do. And don't think that they're too young to learn, because they're not. The younger you start, the more they absorb. Kids are literally sponges at this age of toddler age. They just absorb everything. And so just, teach them. Teach them what you want them to be taught. If you're sitting there and being negative all the time, you are teaching your kids to be negative. So if you don't want your kids to be negative, don't be negative. Don't talk bad about other people in front of your kids, because they pick up on that, and it's a form of bullying, and they learn that it's okay to talk bad about people. And we we shouldn't want that as adults. In our generation, it's really scary, the amount of suicides that are happening over it. And so you have to be really careful about what you say and how you talk in front of your kids. Also, I guess my big thing, and I won't go into it too much, but on the next video, I'll probably go deeper into it, but I just want to touch on it a little bit. If you have an issue with your child's mother or father, definitely be very careful about what you say in front of your children to other people or in general about their other parent. It can be really traumatic for children to hear you talk about the other parent in a negative way and vice versa. It can't, that's just something that really you have to be wary of. As upset as you might be, wait until the children aren't in the room and can't hear you, because it does affect them. I understand things are going to happen. You can't control it. But if you can, definitely guard what you say. It can just make a really big difference in the way your children treat not only you, but the other parent. Because either way, they're going to lose respect for somebody in that. So definitely be careful with that. And if you guys have any questions or any suggestions of what you think, or what you do with your children, definitely write it in a comment, and I'll definitely respond, whether it's in a comment as well, or I'll just make another video. So I'd love to hear from you. Definitely add us on Facebook, like I said, and I'd love to hear from you. Have a great night.